coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
Hey man, shout out everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Boom, I appreciate the support, man. Big fight night, big 4th of July, whatever one you're celebrating is on now. Let's go, let's get it, man. TBP Nation, stand up, man. Y'all, like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. Hype me up if you can hype me up, man. I think you only get 3 hypes a week, but hype me up if you can hype me up, man. Let's run this thing up. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You dig? Listen. Thinking back on my bit now, man, I look back, I reflect a lot now that I'm out of the situation. I look back a lot, times, things, events, and of course, everything look crazy now, sound crazy, sound crazier. But I'm thinking about, the phone, man. Everybody, the phone. Everybody out here got a phone. It's so automatic. It's so, mundane. Everybody got a phone. But in prison, man, that phone completely changed the way I do time. It completely changed the course of my bit. It changed everything, man, when I got, introduced to a cell phone, man, because up until I actually got one, I didn't even know it was possible. Prior to me getting a phone, man, I had so many different things that I had got into, adventures I had got into, getting drugs in, store boxing, gambling. Phone never crossed the equation. I never even seen nobody with no phone. Never heard about nobody having no phone in the prison or nothing. This is how locked off away from society you are. When people were saying on the phone that I'm talking on the wall phone, yeah, my cell phone, it was like just a no-brainer to me. It's like mind-boggling. Or you watch a TV series or you watch a show or something and see the people answering their little cell phones. It was just something that just wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't tangible. So it didn't even cross my mind until it did. But I told y'all the story. If y'all been following me, when I first got this first cell phone, I couldn't even cut it on, nothing like that. But for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years, man, cell phone just took over my life, bro. That just became everything. It changed the way I do time. I mean, changed my whole daily routine, everything, because that was the number one priority. Because you had to protect that at all costs. And at the time that I first got one, probably like 2004, right? So you got to think I already been locked up like 17 years, 16, 17, somewhere around there. I got locked up at 87. You mathematicians, y'all do the math. But so 2004. So by then I'm in a routine. I do my bit a certain way, man. Everything changed. My workout plan was gone out of the window because everything comes on protecting this phone. At the time I got the phone, it wasn't even a big thing as it is now. 2026, dudes is getting phones in by the boatloads, but they still paying top dollar for them too. You know what I'm saying? But it might not have been 2, 3 dudes on the compound that had a phone. You know what I'm saying? It might not have been 2 or 3. I promise you, in 2004 on Greensville, it might not have been 2 or 3 dudes on the compound that had a phone. So me having that phone and trying to navigate how to keep that junk safe, that's got to be your number one priority, man. Every day I'm on this. Every day I'm dirty. I'm riding dirty every day. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. I can't be out and about. Boom, I had to slow down on the store box because I didn't want nobody to owe me no money because I know how I'm going to get about money. If they owe me money and they don't pay me my money, I'm going to go crazy. So I had to kind of like slow down on loaning people stuff. I had to, pull away from gambling because I didn't want to get to gambling and get in the issue too. And I got this phone. You know what I'm saying? The phone became your baby. You just babysitting this phone right now because it was opening up so many doors for me, so many avenues, so many things that I knew nothing about, or able to talk to people that I hadn't been able to talk to, and forever, so it was just crazy, man, and it just progressed. It progressed from there. It progressed. It just got more and more deeper, man. That I was locked in with this phone, man, and I ended up getting moved. The first thing I'm thinking about how I'm gonna, take this phone over there, but I just get moved on the same compound, so I started coming up with ways to hide the phone, man. And when I came up with the way about getting dude to get his people to sew some pocket on my drawers, and I had the little pocket on my drawers where I could put the phone in the pocket on my drawers. Whereas to if they come to strip search me, I could just drop my drawers and pull them back up, or hold my drawers and shake them out, and I'm naked and everything, and it looked like I ain't got nothing, you know what I'm saying? But it's actually in my drawers, you know what I'm saying? Which I eventually got tore off for, so it ain't like I'm leaking no secrets. But that was like years later on a whole nother compound. But so they started looking for that. But before then, I think I was the first one that came up with that idea, you know what I'm saying? And I had beat dozens and dozens and dozens of shakedowns. You know what I'm saying? I had beat them all, man. I had beat the people running down on me with the phone detector, the magnetometer. I had beat them. I had beat the snitches in the pod, the nosy jokers, the eyeballers that's watching you. I had beat all of them. You know what I'm saying? And man, it was crazy, man. And then I just got caught up in talking to people. I got caught up one time in the chat lines. I'm on chat lines. I didn't know what a chat line was. End up being in chat lines just to hurt people and from all over. Where you from? Oh, I'm in Oklahoma. Where you from? I'm in New York, son. You know what I'm saying? Then you got girls in here from everywhere, and you on this joint, and it's like a whole new universe open up for you that you ain't thinking about nothing else but this joint. You know what I'm saying? So I know from the outside looking in, dudes were probably looking at me like I was going through something. Cause people watch you in prison, so they know your whole personality. They know how you move. They know what you do. They see me working out all the time. They'll see me come in straight from a workout, you know what I'm saying, go over to the poker table, start playing poker, then leave the poker table, go to the shower, take a shower, come back, get something to eat, go back up in my room, come back down. They knew my routine, but then everything different. I go play the phone all day. I get the phone 2 or 3 times a day, the regular wall phone. Then dudes start seeing me not even go to the phone, not even go through the phone, not even coming out the cell like that, not going to wreck like that, not gambling like that, telling dudes I ain't got nothing in the stove box. You know what I'm saying? So I know now looking back, but when you in the midst of something, you only focus on what you focus on. That I wasn't paying attention to other people. Everything that I was doing, it seemed like I was inconspicuous, made me, you know what I'm saying, suspicious. Because everything I was doing was different. All of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? But in my mind, I'm thinking, man, they so green, they don't even know nothing. I got this phone, they don't even have a clue. But maybe they did, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they did because, man, this was like in the beginning stages of me having that joke. And then when I upgraded, ooh, Lord. When I upgraded and went to the video edition, where I could get video and man, I was gone. You know what I'm saying? The porn world opened up, all the freak books I had looked at, that I could pull the movies up. Oh man, it was pure chaos, man. I can learn about FaceTime. You can FaceTime somebody. I'm FaceTiming these girls that I met on the chat line, girls that I met on what you call it, MySpace. And man, it's just unbelievable, bro. It was like, bro, I was ready to kill a rock over that phone, bro. It wasn't no way. I didn't want to give it up. I was addicted. I was literally addicted to the phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding on to it. I'm clutching it tight. I'm coming up with game plans, where to hide this joint. I'm staying paranoid, barely getting sleep. I heard the side door open, man. I'm so trained for the sound, the noise, that it's 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. If I ain't up scrolling on the phone, I'm sleeping something. I heard the side door, my body automatic wake up. I look out, make sure it ain't the tac team coming running in there. And I did this for years, man. For years, man. You know what I'm saying? The first phone I had is, 2000, probably 2004 to 2000 to the end of 2008 or the beginning of 2009 before I got tore off with it. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I experienced so much in that short period of time right there that it was unreal, man. I had seen people, seen things, learned about stuff, talked to people, met new people, everything. But I was still like super paranoid. I done pulled female COs with the phone, and I done pulled women all over the world with the phone, different places, want to come see me. I'm lying. I'm lying like I don't know what. They want to know where you at. What I'm telling them, but I was so paranoid because if you tell somebody that you got the phone and then they find out you got the phone and then the relationship, the friendship, the whatever go bad and they call up there, the gig is up. So I wouldn't even tell people at first. I was lying like I don't know what. And then I worked in the barbershop, so I go in the barbershop and I be back there and I had the doors closed and wait for everybody to go to lunch and I'm back there using the phone and I'm dressed like, you know what I'm saying? I got on a real black barber smock. You know what I'm saying? I got on jeans. You know what I'm saying? I got on a necklace. I got on a watch. I got on a ring. I got on black and gray New Balance. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the barbershop with the barber stuff there, the barber chair, the mirror. And if I FaceTime somebody, it looks like I'm in a barbershop. Where you work? I'm in the barbershop. I'm a barber. Where? You know what I'm saying? In VA. But I don't say what part. It's stuff like that. So I was just, oh yeah, that's what's up, what's what. So it was crazy, you know what I'm saying, that I was, able to finesse like that, but only because I was scared to tell them where I was. But the excitement, the adrenaline rush of meeting somebody new, talking to somebody new, even more so than that, that y'all may not understand, but talking to somebody in the free world that I didn't know prior to coming to incarceration was just like, it was just like super duper high, man. You know what I'm saying? And these people was liking me and wanting to meet me and wanted to come visit me and stuff. And that was mind blowing because I've been locked up now so long, you feel like don't nobody on the street care. Ain't nobody checking for you, nobody, you know what I'm saying? Especially no women, because that's how y'all treat us when we locked up. So it was crazy, man. So, man, I was gone, man, and it was a hell of a adrenaline rush, man. I came up with every way I knew possible to protect that phone, man. I even had the dude, I got the maintenance man, I done got him to open the backside of the door up where I could actually pull the thing off the back of the door and put the phone inside the door. The same door that when they open it, boom, closed. The phone was in the door. I had a way to get the phone on the inside of this steel door. The door about this thick, but on the inside is still on each side, but it got a middle opening in it with all the phone. I could get inside that joint. So I had no clue. So I told you when I had finally got hip to having the earpiece so that I could put the earpiece in and could listen to that while my celly was up in the bunk and get up under the cover, he wouldn't even know. He couldn't hear nothing. When I finally got one of them and got hip to them, I didn't like it because I wasn't used to having things in my ear. So I had that up in there. When I ended up getting tore off with the phone, that earpiece is still somewhere up in the door on the compound, and I know what cell it was. Yeah, they might find that 50 years later, man, like when they turn this place down or something. But yeah, man, they didn't, you know what I'm saying, they didn't catch me. When they caught me, the phone won't in there. So, you know what I'm saying, that piece was in there though. So it was just crazy, crazy stuff with this phone, man. But I remember being beside a guy that I used to get so paranoid. This was when I was in a different cell, and he slept right beside me. He was cool to an extent. And he had a broken arm. He had a cast on his arm, but he liked to smoke weed, so we used to hide weed in the cast. And they ain't gonna take the cast off, you know what I'm saying? They ruthless, but they ain't trying to get lost. So, and he had came from a road camp. So that was another reason why I'm like, boom, he from a road camp. He ain't really from on this joint. He came here because his arm was broke, so I had to leave him on there till he healed or whatever. But it was like, he don't really know nobody here. And then he got cool with me. Big Bama too, about 6'5", 6'6". So he had got cool with me and we got to chopping it up. So I had that phone and I remember making a deal with him like, look, man, I'm gonna, cause just because he didn't know nobody on there, I didn't feel like he would tell on me or nothing like that. It was just a vibe that I felt. So I remember telling him, look, man, I'll let you use his phone, you know, because I remember he was trying to get people to do 3-ways for him. And me and him got to chopping and he sat right beside me. So I remember letting him know I let him use his phone, man. You keep it to yourself. But look, let me tell you something. If I need you to hold it, John, you hold it, John, for me. You know what I'm saying? You on the road camp, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They ain't really come mess with you. If they do, you gotta be willing to, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what you tell them, as long as you don't tell them it's mine. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, cool. I said, all you gotta do is put it in your cast. And he used to hold the phone for me by putting it in the cast of his broken arm. He had a cast from here, then his arm. So he used to hide the phone, and we got through a couple of shakedowns like that alone. And no one was the wiser, not even his celly. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I used to have the phone and let him use it like that. But then when I had him keep the phone to make sure he just won't using the phone, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't know what he might be doing. I used to keep the SIM card. So all types of, you know what I'm saying, crazy stuff like that. And I made that a part of, you know, because I was facing them trying to make parole. So most dudes won't under the old law like that was around me that could make parole. It's been down a long time. Them dudes, the ones that did, they been down longer than me. So they ain't want no parts of this type of foolishness. They in they bed, woo. But I'm still moving around in the penitentiary like that. So the average dude is going to either be doing it flat time, and whether he got a lot or not. Doing flat time, he doing 85%. So it's not going to affect him as it would affect me if I get caught with the phone. So whenever I had a celly or something, and I ain't had no cellies that was in the same position that I was in that could make parole for a long time. That was like Dixon. So I'm letting, if I did eventually let them know I had the phone, I'm like, look, you can use this joint, but if they ever come in here, you got to take this joint. If I'm letting you use, you got to take the charge. And they agreed to it. You know what I'm saying? They had anyone, it had ever happened like that, and everyone of them took off on them right then and there. I was going to jail for assault, first and foremost. That was what I was going to go for. Because people say, hey, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? Because when you do that, both of you get the charge. So that bar was already understood. When I eventually got caught with the phone, that dude youngin hadn't even been in the cell me long enough for to be, you know, liable for that. You know what I'm saying? But the other couple dudes that I eventually had let know over the years, oh yeah, they knew they was gonna take that. They was gonna take that charge. You know what I'm saying? I had to give myself an opportunity to try to make parole. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't just sabotage because I didn't know the ramifications of getting caught with a phone. I just knew at the time it was public enemy number one. If they catch you with that phone, that's your butt, Mr. Postman. Is it? You know what I'm saying? You going to hold, you probably going to street court, all types of stuff because they gonna make an example out of you. Had nobody been caught with no phone on there. You know what I'm saying? Not to my knowledge. So man, I just could see now, you know, looking back in retrospect, how it just changed everything about my bit because I got so addicted there. When that did happen, when I did get towed off, you know what I'm saying, and go to the hole and get convicted and they send me right back to Sussex 2. I go right back to Sussex 2. And what do? Just like Kanye said, and what I do? Act more stupidly. I went and got another one. You know what I'm saying? Got another one. You know, because I was truly addicted. I was addicted. I was like, man, I got it. You know. Then I had people on the line. The first girl that I actually allowed to know that I was in prison, and because I had been talked to on a consistent basis for a while. She was always like in North Carolina somewhere. Cool woman, man. Shout out to her. So, and she won't tripping. She was like, she kind of knew because of the times I talked and all this. And she said she had heard stuff in the background before or whatever. I don't know what excuse I made about that when they come across a loudspeaker. So I'm like, what is that? I don't know what I used to say, but it was evidently it sounded stupid or unbelievable. But said she kind of knew. So once she had got to the point, she was like, I want to come see you anyway. I want to come see you in person. Woo. and she wanted to come see me. The weekend that she decided to come was the weekend, just happened that way. God, the weekend that she decided to come, I got tore up like that Thursday or that Friday. Got tore up like that Thursday or that Friday, man. So never ever even like saw her in the vision room because, you know, that happened. But yeah, man. But then I go right back on the next camp and I wanted to talk to these people. I wanted to reach out to these, but I couldn't even remember their numbers. I couldn't even remember the numbers, man, because I was never used to remembering numbers, but the ones that I had that I used to do on the wall phone. So it was just crazy work, man. But that phone changed my whole course of my bit, man, because that ended up sending me. I came down levels and I ended up going back up levels. Go back to Sussex, get caught with another phone, bing, straight up in the mountains. You know, for years. Changed everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. I wouldn't have never, all of that would have been out of the equation. I would have never seen, well, to my knowledge, I wouldn't have never seen Wallace Ridge. Wouldn't have never, you know, been up there experiencing things I experienced up there, worst compound I ever been on in my life. None of that wouldn't have happened had I never been introduced to the phone. Changed everything, man. Changed everything for me, man. But, you know, God don't make no mistakes. It worked out the way it was supposed to work out, man. But that phone is addicting in penitentiary, bro. It is an addiction. If you get that and you doing hard time, it's going to be the closest thing to you feeling like you at home. Because you can reach out to anybody. All they have to do is answer. All they have to do is respond. You can see everything that's going on. You can be shown what's going on out there. That's the closest you're going to get to being out. You know, so it's very, very powerful draw, man. But I'm going to tell you, though, it got up out of me. Once I was at Wallace Ridge, I said, man, the hell with a phone. Nah, I can't go through this no more. I can't. And I never touched the phone like that after I left Wallace Ridge. Never. Nah, I ain't want now. You know, even if somebody tried to give me one, I wouldn't have took it, you know. Yeah, man, lesson learned. Sometimes you gotta learn your lesson, but to say that phone ain't an addiction in prison, nah, that joint is addiction. That joint just as strong as drugs, you heard? But anyway, man, just wanted to share that with y'all on this 4th of July, man. Hopefully y'all enjoying your family, man. If y'all into popping the firecrackers, do that. If you're into boxing, watch that good old fight. It's on TNT, baby. But anyway, in the meantime, in between time, man, y'all don't see me tonight. You know where I'm at, man. I'm in front of the TV, man, watching them rumble. You know what I'm saying? But y'all stay blessed, stay safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. And man, by all means, man, duck them hooks, man. They out there. Peace.
The banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.